Hey everybody, this is David here, aka Chessman. Here today to analyze a game of chess between Hikaru Nakamura and Gukesh. This was played in Mumbai, India in 2025, December 19th. The event was the Tech M Global Chess League 2025. Before I get started, I just want to say I'm a big believer in God, and every time I have a new idea or something. I try to tell you people, try to tell my viewers. I think I've been putting too much effort into my videos and not enough effort into God. And I was listening to a video about God or about Jesus. I'm not sure, but it was about God, and it was talking about how you shouldn't wrap yourself up in your work, and like you gotta be ready to drop it in case God needs you to do something, like move or do something that requires you to just drop everything you're doing. So I'm actually gonna start putting less effort in. Anytime I start feeling that I'm getting too wrapped up in these videos, I'm gonna try to take a break and remind myself that God's first. So if God wants me to continue this channel, then I will, but only if I feel like He wants me to. So I think He does, but I don't know. If I feel like I'm spending too much time on videos, I might need to do less videos. I've been doing about two every day, so maybe that's a bit too much. I'm not sure. But as I'm putting God first, I'm already feeling better about this whole thing. So I'm not. Believe it or not, I'm gonna not worry as much about like when I'm playing chess, whether I win or not. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna put as much effort. I'm kind of just leaving it up to God. If I win, I win. It's up to God. If my channel is successful, it's up to God. So I don't want to repeat myself too many times, but I think everyone should do that. So I feel like I should set the example. Um, YouTube would be nice. It'd be nice to make money from YouTube. That would be great. But I don't know if I need it. God supports me, so maybe it's not about the money. I it's always nice to have the money, but God takes care of me. So maybe I'm just doing this for fun. So, but I gotta be prepared to leave it all. If all of a sudden God needs me to move and I don't have time to do my channel, then it's done. At least for a while. Um, okay, so the game I have is between Hikaru Nakamura and Gukesh, and I already said it's at the Global Chess League. That was the event. So I uploaded the game into chess.com's game review. So basically, we're going to go through every move and see why each move was played. We're going to try to understand it, and we're going to use the help of the Levy IA. I I don't know if it's technically IA, but it's pretty advanced, I think. And we're going to use the help to help us understand the moves. All right. So first of all, it looks like Gukesh played this game with a 78% accuracy. Not that good, honestly, for these level players. Hikaru Nakamura played an 82% accuracy. There was one brilliant move in the game. Um, Gukesh played like he was a 2300, and Hikaru played like he was a 2400. Their openings were pretty good, a 96% accuracy. The middle game suffered a bit. It was only about 77% accuracy. So let's see what happened.
Nice solid move. White's already fighting for control of the center.
Okay, so e4 fights control of the center. He doesn't really tell us why it does, but basically it controls these two squares, and it also allows your bishop to come out, so it helps with development. So that's why that's a good move.
A great way to challenge for the center immediately.
So again, it says it's a great way to challenge for the center immediately. Again, it controls these two squares. Also stops so the pawn can't move any more forward, and also the bishop can come out. So it's a flexible move.
Jumping the knight into the game, attacking the pawn and defending the center.
Right. Attacks the pawn and defends the center.
Reinforcing the center with the knight and protecting the pawn.
Right. Reinforcing the center with the knight and protecting the pawn. So that's good.
The Italian game is good for players of all levels.
Doesn't specifically say why this is a good move. It develops the piece. Now the king can castle. Now we can play d3 without the bishop being in the pawn chain. Also, this puts pressure on the f2 f7 square.
An aggressive way to open the game, placing black's knight in the center, potential pawn capture.
So it's putting pressure on this pawn. So something has to be done.
d3 protects the e4 pawn and the c4 bishop and allows the dark squared bishop to develop.
Right, exactly. Protects the pawn, and now the bishop can develop.
Textbook keeps things solid.
Also keeps the bishop from going to g5.
Solid move, nothing crazy here.
Now the bishop can't go to b4.
Solid move, nothing special.
So again, doesn't really tell us why this is a good move. Maybe the bishop wants to go here now.
White develops the knight and attacks the center.
Develops the knight, attacks the center. Not really anything to attack at the moment, but maybe it dissuades d5.
Ooh, spicy fianchetto action. That bishop has more control of the long diagonal.
So it has control over the long diagonal. So it might be very active.
Spicy move.
Doesn't say why this is a good move, but apparently there's just the best move would have been to develop the white square bishop, the light square bishop, the dark square bishop, excuse me. But I guess with this pawn here, if the bishop does develop, now the knight can't attack the bishop, so that's one benefit.
That readies the bishop for development. Smart.
So now the bishop can develop,
White develops the bishop and attacks the center.
develops the bishop, attacks the center.
They just missed the opportunity to castle kingside.
So they developed the queen. For what? I'm not sure.
The queen joins the party. Classic development move for white.
Now it's tough to castle, because if you castle, you lose this pawn.
Equal trade. Spicy.
Asking if you want to trade the bishops.
They failed to notice a chance to castle queenside.
So it's saying castling queenside would have been better. But it's still an even game, even with this inaccuracy.
Solid move.
Just aligning the bishop and the queen together. Not really sure why it's a good move, but it's not a bad move.
Solid trade, nothing crazy. Keeps things balanced.
Trades the bishops.
Recapture that piece.
Captures with the pawn. Now if they castle, or even if they don't, they can put a rook on this half open file.
Solid move, nothing crazy.
Just moving the knight over. Again, nothing crazy.
Now there's a looming threat to win a bishop by trapping a piece.
So threatening to go to d4 and trapping the bishop. Trapping this bishop.
Even Steven trade, nothing crazy here.
Right.
Pawn recapture keeps the center solid. Good stuff.
Great.
This starts to create the threat to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades.
Let's show the tactic. Take. 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 Right.
Solid defense. That protects the pawn nicely.
Right, because now the bishop is eyeing it, as well as the knight.
The queen is safe, thank goodness. Time to breathe.
Queen had to move, so it did.
Even Steven trade, nothing crazy here. Solid trade. Keeps things even Steven on the board. They failed to notice a chance to recapture a piece.
So I guess taking the knight would have been better.
That bishop's new spot lets it control more squares.
Okay, so the bishop controls more squares. Again, there's still no tactics in the air, so it's just maneuvering your pieces.
That pawn just kicked the knight. Gotta move it. Now that's a bishop with some serious range. This overlooks a better way to defend a bishop that was under attack.
So castling would have been better.
Gotta get out of there.
Knight had to move.
This rook's got an open file and is ready to cause havoc.
So the rook's on the open file now.
They just missed the opportunity to create a pawn chain.
Some reason creating a pawn chain would have been better. Don't know why.
This move is the only one that works. What a find. That knight is now controlling more of the board.
I don't know if we're threatening anything, but we'll show follow-up. Nope, nothing, no tactic.
That creates a pawn chain. White lost the upper hand, and now the game is close to equal.
So c3 would have been the best move.
Offering an exchange of pieces? Interesting. Let's see what happens. Even Steven trade. Nothing crazy here. This move is an absolute banger. Gotta move. Nothing wrong with getting out of danger. Gotta scoot that rook out of there. Pronto. The piece on the move. Hello, darkness, my old friend. That knight's in the spotlight, controlling more of the board.
So it's just controlling more of the board. Again, still no tactics.
Threatening to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades.
We'll show tactic. Take, take, take. So just winning the pawn.
This permits the opponent to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades.
So this is a mistake. Let's show the tactic. Take, take, take. And just straight up wins a pawn.
This loses a pawn. Ouch. This overlooks an opportunity to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades.
Alright.
Big oof. Missing the only good move is like ordering a chess set and getting checkers.
Right. So he takes the rook. Takes back.
This is the best move.
Doesn't say why, but I don't know why it's the best move. Maybe lining the rook and the queen on this file with the knight attacking the f2 square. Maybe that's good.
That creates a pawn chain. This basically hands the opponent the chance to win a tempo by threatening a queen.
Let's show the tempo. Okay, so the knight's in a better position. Let's see.
Zoinks! Snagging a tempo, forcing the queen to scoot. Losing a pawn? Ouch.
Show follow-up. Okay.
Big F, missing the only good move. Not PogChamp.
So missed bishop takes h6 in that whole line we just saw.
Sharp move. They're not messing around with this one. Boom! White's piece just found its sweet spot.
So there's just nothing really to do in this position, so just moving the rook on the same file is the only move. Or was the best move.
This loses a pawn. Ouch.
Show follow-up. So loses a pawn.
Folks, hold on to your hats. They sacrificed the bishop. They're on their way to snagging a pawn. That pawn just kicked the queen. Gotta move it. This move is the only one that works. What a find. Oof, that pinned knight is locked down tighter than Fort Knox. What a move. Textbook stuff right there. The knight is safe, thank goodness. Time to breathe. Spicy meatball right here, y'all. This threatens to win material through an eventual fork.
Show the fork. So they'd be up material.
White let their advantage slip away. The game is now close to even. That's a big oof. Missed a golden chance to equalize the game. This overlooks an opportunity to capture a knight that was threatening to win material. OMG, black will be winning material after that fork.
Show fork.
That captures the knight that put the king in check. What? A free rook? You don't see that every day. What just happened? Evading that checking rook like a boss. This loses material.
It's a blunder. Let's show follow-up. That's a tough one.
Losing a pawn? Ouch. Evading that checking queen like a boss. This loses a knight. Ouch. There was only one good move, and that was it. Look at this. This kicks the knight. What's next? Ooh, that knight is now in a safe zone! Evading that checking knight like a boss. That's a bodyguard move right there, keeping that bishop safe. Equal trade? Spicy? What a move. Boom! A nasty discovery and black snags a knight. What a play.
That's the end of the game. So Hikaru won that game. He got a knight. Let's just show the discovery. Right. Alright.
Although your opponent played well, you built a strong advantage earlier in the game. Keep up the good work.
I mean, according to this, it wasn't that great of a game, but it was an okay game. Maybe I'll try to find a better game. If there was another game in this tournament or another one that you think was really good, just let me know in the comments and I'll do a video on it. But it was pretty good. It's weird they only played like a 2300. I don't, but oh well. Again, I'm trying. It's weird, but I'm trying not to put as much effort into my videos, which is weird. So, I'm trying to be more straight to the point, I guess, and hoping maybe I don't know if that's better or not, but I'm trying to put God first. So, by not caring about my videos as much, I feel like I'm doing that. So, that's it for today. Hopefully you realize God's in your life, and that if you're too focused on something and not on God, then that's not good. Realize that God's got you and that you just need to depend on him. And you need to be ready to do what God wants you to do. If all of a sudden he needs you to move somewheres and you have to leave a job that you've been at for years, then you got to do it, whether you got a family to take care of or not. But God wants you to take care of your family, I believe. So, but he wants you to depend on him. So, all right. So that's it for today. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe if you feel like it. I'm trying to get 500 subscribers, but if it doesn't happen, that's okay. If you haven't already, again, yeah, like I said, like and subscribe, and I hope you have a great one. Bye.